T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978 reviewing Transformers Generations Titans Returns, or Titans Return, Autobot Blaster with Twincast, his Titan Master that's in his noggin. Anyway, if you guys hear a baby crying, please bear with me. I'm getting sick of waiting for it to shut up. But anyway, Blaster is a leader class Transformer, meaning he's tall, he's big. He has a few advances in his articulation that make me feel like Hasbro actually listens to us. I mean, no other Transformer before, no other leader, well, I can't say no other one because I can think of leader class, what's his name? Galvatron or Megatron from Transformers Cybertron. He had this ability, but the foot can hinge back and hinge forward, as well as ankle pivot with dedicated sculpting to fill that in right there. That's amazing. I like the coloring. He has a lot of detail, or a lot of coloring for Transformers nowadays. I mean, it is kind of sparse. I guess they could have put some extra bits and color there or whatnot, but they didn't. But you can see they did put some detail all around his legs. His body is pretty filled in, like really filled in. He does have like opening hollow parts right there. Like, I don't know why that's hollow. Maybe there's a reason why this is hollow, but I don't know. The back of his legs is hollow a little bit, but he's pretty well filled in, to be honest. His gun looks very G1, which is cool. Let me bring in Generations Blaster's blaster. He should be able to hold it because they all use 5mm pegs. So if you want him to have a smaller gun, there you go with that right there. After getting used to the cartoon, one thing I don't like about this guy is the G1 toy / comic book face they decided to stick him with. His head can fully rotate on this disc right there. But under there, you get to see his Titan Master face, which I guess looks like him, but it's kind of mean looking. It reminds me of Ironhide a little bit, to be honest. Are we going to get a leader class Ironhide? Only time may tell, but I wish he was smiling or something. It is cool that they gave us a visor, but you can't really see his eyes even still. Other things I don't like. Well, let me go into what I do like some more. I like that with these big chunky arms, he still has a bicep right there. But what I don't like is because of transformation, when he reaches out that way, that bicep disappears, which is unfortunately. That. And I always and will forever hate crotch skirts. If the hips were a little bit lower and this part was a little bit lower and he's just had this to give him some extra articulation, he could get away with that. I would let him get away with that. But as it stands, I hate doing poses like this, and you see that and it just looks weird. Now, they did also, besides the soft ratcheted universal joints, he does have thigh swivel, and he does have a knee that bends 90 degrees. I already showed off the foot. I really like that. I wish the fist rotated, but it doesn't. And that's about that. I mean, he's a decent figure. I mean, he feels like definitely a toy. I know that sounds silly, but he feels more like a toy rather than what they're going for with Generations trying to get adult collectors. He does have some things in him that would reach and grab for adult collectors because he is Blaster and he does turn into a boombox. And kids don't even know what a boombox is nowadays. But, I don't know. Maybe as I go on, you'll see more stuff that make you see what I'm talking about. But, features he has, you can push this button, this opens, this little cassette weapon thingy comes out. It has a pause play button right there, so maybe this is a remote. The little Titan Master can come out, and he can do a couple things with him. You can put the arms out like this, make him sit down in there. So I guess you can ride that for whatever reason. And also under here, and before I do it, let's let you look at him. His shoulders are very, very stiff, stiffer than any Titan Master I've ever played with. It looks like they missed the mark on the paint because it looks like it's under where his eyes should be, but as you can see, it still looks like Blaster, even though it's called Twincast and he is red. But anyway, you can take him, shove his head in here as far as you can, put the feet down, and now he can actually stow away in there, so that you can do things like this and actually put him in there, which is cool. Size comparison, here he is next to some other movie characters or characters that were in the movie, and as you can see, he's even in this wide-legged stance, he's taller than Ultra Magnus. So oh boy, he's in scale with the original G1 toy, but I don't know if that's a good scale if you remember how big he was in the G1 cartoon. If you can stomach him being shoehorned into your Masterpiece collection, maybe this works for you. Thank you, Matt, for this being possible with these two characters right there. Here's Fall of Cybertron Blaster. Here are a couple of rewinds. And before I forget, Masterpiece Soundwave. I jumped right into things and forgot to show off this right there. And his tech specs right there. So, speed, good lord, Blaster is slow. Even with the Titan Master. I know he's a boombox, but damn. So yeah, he's a decent master. I mean, he's a decent leader class figure, but his blocky proportions make his articulation look a little bit wonky. But for transformation, lift this up, plop all this Titan Master, kind of grab, let's see if you can see it, right here, to pull that back, and rotate the helmet up into that crevice and shut it. Actually lift that back up, take the gun out of his hands, push the hands in like that, and go ahead and rotate these hands up like this. The legs, put the feet in like this, unhinge things right here, make sure that the legs are straight, hinge this down. Ever since Combine Awards, there's been a lot of hinging down transformations. I mean, but if it works, it works. Hinge it down over there. Go ahead and bring the foot in like that. Make sure you don't shove it in too far because it will hinder the transformation. And then basically rotate this like this, bring this up, this peg will go into the arm right here. Come on, go in there. I don't know if you can see this, but it has a lot of metallic flake. Rotate this, do the same thing over here, stay in there, and fold this panel up into these pegs, go into that, and this peg goes into a slot right there. So go into there, and then peg into there. Same stuff over here. I don't know why, but this flap came over this little thing in his leg, but that needs to go through one of those holes in order for this to work. Plug that in, plug this in, and come on this side for some reason it doesn't like to stay. Come on, and make sure that's in there. Come on. What the heck? Oh, I see. His hip is kind of twisted. Hold on. But yay, now he's a boombox. Doing what a boombox do. The sucky thing, you could see through him because they wanted to give his waist a certain outline, but they didn't do anything to fill that in. He has a little button here. I know that's probably for a Soundwave's weapon when this mold is going to be used for Soundwave right there. This button here still functions. It's flippy floppy. Its only spring action is there. So it just basically drops. And from the back right here, we can see some extra added details like right here. There's a power button. I'm going to guess this is a battery door. Over here, we see headphone jack, and hold on. Can't get it all the way in there, but, well, I could if I wanted to force it, but you can get an actual headphone in there. But nothing too spectacular. It's a boombox. I do love the way that door looks and the way it's transparent and whatnot. If you want everything self-contained, like I said, you can take the little Titan Master Twincast, shove him in there, shut that, and you can actually go ahead and put this gun right there. And now everything's stored. If you don't want the gun there, you can actually put the gun here. So, and everything's stored. He is, of course, compatible with these Media Device Legends class figures. And I'm showing him off because I'm just realizing he has a little power button. I never noticed that before, ever. But let's aim down here. He can actually fit in here. Come on, focus. And shut, and yay, he's in there. Not doing anything spectacular. And like I said, all the Media Device bots he can shove in there. That's buzzsaw, and yay. You may have seen this, you may not, but Fort Max can hold him and carry him like a boombox. It's one of the only big robots that makes sense to actually hold him like that. So he's compatible with Fort Max in more ways than one. All the figures Voyager class and above have more than one alternate mode. This one has a city mode. So what you need to do is open this, take the arms, rotate them this way, bring this up like that, bring this cannon up, actually put it straight, but bend this and bend the cannon out. Same thing over here, straight but bend that back, bring this cannon out. Over here, bring the foot out and behind there, and a little communications disc comes out. This has like some, what do you call them, like radars and whatnot. I guess he would be like a mobile communications center, which would make sense. Hands that out, hands this out, open this up, take this out, flip this back, put your finger up into here, bring that up, let's put that down. Take the little Titan Master, take Twincast out of here. Get out of here. And tab this into the handle. So now it's, I guess you could pretend those are some type of communication things or more cannons. But here he is in his little city mode. Here's a bunch of little tab endpoints for Titan Masters to be on them. So you can be standing there. Also, the gun right here. You take this off. You can tab it right here. So you can put him all over the place. You can sit him back here if you wanted to, so you can be controlling things on that monitor. I like this where it says danger. It looks like a repro label, but it's actually tampoed on. I think that's awesome. And I guess the last feature this thing can have is it can connect to Fortress Maximus. Now they tell you put them on the other side, but that little helipad thing is in the way and I don't feel like disconnecting it. So basically take the little ramps, tab them together, and now he's part of Fortress Maximus city mode right there. So there you go with that. In the end, Blaster is a cool toy. I mean, but he feels like a smaller person's toy, like a child's toy. I mean, maybe not even a smaller person. If you plan on getting on the floor and actually having battles and whatnot with your Transformers, this is the Transformer for you. But if you want to take cool looking poses and pictures and stuff like that, then he's so blocky, it just makes him less fun. I would have loved for him to be a Voyager class figure because he is definitely way too tall and out of scale, like, for me. Like, he shouldn't be as tall as Power Master Optimus Prime. Well, he might even be taller than him. I don't own him. But, I just wish he was a Voyager class figure that transformed. He was less bulky and transformed into something else besides maybe a city mode or whatnot. But he is a decent figure with a lot of good stuff going for him. So I can't say he's complete trash, but yeah, this isn't mine. It was lent to me just like my Masterpiece figures that I've been reviewing recently. And I don't know if I'm going to buy them. So, I don't know. So, if you like this video, give me a like. Watch one of the 2 videos over here. Share. Comment. I like reading my comments and I like replying to them. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you for watching. T-Man978 out of here.